Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking about Disney's Cruella. Cruella serves as a sort of prequel to 101 Dalmatians. It's set during the 1970s punk rock movement in London and follows the character Estella, played by Emma Stone, who is a petty thief with a talent for fashion design who dreams of making it in the fashion industry. She's eventually taken under the wing of the fashion legend Baroness von Hellman, played by Emma Thompson, but she quickly learns some secrets that end up pushing her along a path where she begins to embrace her wicked side and become the eponymous Cruella de Vil. So I've not really had the greatest relationship with these live-action Disney films. I've never really been a particular big fan of them. I've always viewed them as soulless corporate cash grabs. They don't really have much personality, I don't think, and a lot of them are just carbon copies of the original work. You can imagine I wasn't particularly infused or interested in watching this film, but I have to say it's one of the most surprisingly enjoyable films I've seen all year. The film is full of so much character, personality and energy, and I think that's in large part due to the direction of the film. So the director of this film was Craig Gillespie, whose previous work includes Lars and the Real Girl and I, Tonya, which is a very good dark black comedy which you should definitely check out. You can see that he was given more creative freedom to work with this film than probably previous directors have with Disney titles. And you can see that through just how much personality this film has, through just dynamic camera work, and just how the whole thing is arranged. I think both the lead actors here did a great job. I'm a quite big Emma Stone fan, and she brings so much just hamminess and charm to the role of Estella / Cruella, and through her performance actually adds some quite interesting depth and nuance to the character. And as always, Emma Thompson is fantastic as the Baroness. She's always good value for a good performance. She just brings this cold and ruthless energy. She's that kind of baddie you just really love to hate. There's also some great support, particularly from Paul Walter Hauser, who plays Horace. He sort of acts as the main comedic output of the film, and he serves that role excellently. He really understood the angle. The jokes from him landed quite consistently, and the comedy of this film definitely works quite well. Certainly a lot more than another recent Disney output in Raya and the Last Dragon. The soundtrack to the film was excellent. It's chock full of late 60s and 70s classic rock and punk hits. Includes songs from like Queen, Rolling Stones, The Clash, The Stooges, Electric Light Orchestra. Just I could go on and on. At times it might be a bit incessant and excessive. It's just one song after another. Just it keeps hitting you with them because it really wants you to understand the kind of cultural context of the film. I can understand how that could be grating for some, but I like that music. I certainly wasn't expecting to hear an Iggy and the Stooges song in a Disney film. The original score from Nicholas Britell was also excellent. I love that. I thought it was Danny Elfman at first. It sounded a lot like him. It's kind of this really dark but playful sort of soundtrack. I've never heard of him before this film, so he's definitely one to keep an eye out for in the future. Can't believe I haven't talked about the beautiful set and costume design yet. Both were excellent. They really helped to add to the authenticity of the film, and I think there could be some consideration for both of those going forward, looking at awards season. I do have some criticisms of this film though. It's mostly to do with the writing. So this film is over 2 hours long, which is incredibly long for a Disney film, and it does start to feel it. It does feel like parts could be trimmed out. I do feel quite a lot of the plot is overly reliant on convenience and coincidence, and I do feel the film begins to sag towards the end, partially due to that bloated running time, and the ending just really wasn't as good as I would have hoped for after the rest of the film. But overall, I had a really great time with this film. and I think it's one of the best live-action Disney outputs in recent memory. So I'm going to give Cruella a 4 out of 5. So anyway, what did you think of Cruella? Let me know in the comments below, and also check the description for my Twitter and Letterboxd accounts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video.